Hello?
Help, sir! Help! Gas!
Misty! Hello, Misty! Are you there? A terrible thing to hear. The woman you love being gassed by terrorists. But it was more familiar than anything else since I'd been awakened. It was a call to action, a call for a hero to step up. But how could I, an old man in a wheelchair, a stranger to this world, answer that call? I gave it a try. I rushed over to Misty's apartment. Nobody answered my knocks. The door was locked and I wasn't strong enough to force it open. So I sat outside the door like an idiot and dialed the city police on my phone. And then sat there for almost an hour until they arrived.
You say you were on the phone with her?
That's right.
And she smelled gas.
She said gas. She was coughing on it.
I don't smell anything.
I do. There's a definite odor.
Well, I'm still getting over a virus. I don't smell much.
So what are you gonna do?
Calm down, Mr. Hardcase. I'll check if there's evidence of a gas leak, a broken pipe or something. And I'll have PG&E send a rep over. Meanwhile, we'll keep the windows open.
This isn't some accidental gas leak. Misty was abducted.
Do you have any evidence for that, Mr. Hardcase?
She was pleading desperately for my help on the phone.
But she could have been doing that because of a gas leak. You didn't hear kidnappers on the phone, did you?
Well, no. But then where is she if she wasn't abducted?
Maybe she fled somewhere to get away from the gas. We like to check out the simple explanations first before we get into wild conspiracy territory.
She would have called me back.
Have you called her?
Of course. No answer. Look, she's not just some random person. She's Misty LaQuille, one of the 4 most prominent targets on this planet.
You folks sure have high opinions of yourselves, don't you?
She was already targeted by the bombing at Monolith Eigen back in February. And I was briefly kidnapped by Union for Humanity after that.
Look, Mr. Hardcase, you might be right. But all this terrorist stuff, it's way above my pay grade. I'm just gonna write my report, and then if the FBI thinks there's cause for it, they'll take over.
I want to help. I need to help. I'm being serious here.
Well, seriously, the best way for you to help is for you to stay the hell out of it and leave it to the professionals. Last thing we need is you getting yourself hurt or abducted.
So this is what I've become. A hindrance to be laughed off. I wasn't okay with leaving it at that. I took it up with Monolith Eigen's CEO.
What does this have to do with me?
Your company created us. You're responsible for us.
You're independent now. You have to take responsibility for your own security. I mean, maybe there's something specific we can help with. You're free to ask.
I want you to help get Misty back.
Monolith Eigen doesn't employ a private army, or any investigators. I can only refer you to the police.
Well, they won't talk to me. I can't even find out if the case is still with the Sacramento Police Department or if it got transferred to the FBI.
Well, I could ask the president to talk with you.
As a president of Monolith Eigen?
The president of the United States.
Well, that's more like it.
I can't guarantee he'll even agree to talk with you. I have a line of communication with him, but not a lot of pull.
Thank you for trying.
You are important to us.
QuietPlease.org presents Beyond Awakening. Starring John Gauntz as Mac Hardcase. Episode 15, The Final Sacrifice.
couple of days later, I got the call. Hardcase here?
Hello, Mr. Hardcase. This is Joe Kruk, President of the United States. I'm told you wanted to speak with me?
Mr. President, I'm in the dark here. I saw in the news that Union for Humanity took credit for abducting Misty and say they're holding her.
Rest assured, we're taking this seriously. I've got the FBI on the case. Just came out of a briefing on that.
Have they figured out where she's being held?
They think so.
So you'll be ordering a raid?
We need to explore peaceful avenues of resolution first.
Peaceful? With terrorists who've repeatedly bombed and kidnapped us and want us all dead?
They have a list of demands, and your deaths aren't on it.
What is?
The closure of Monolith Eigen, the outlawing of similar future uses of dead bodies, and legislation that'll confer you a new status.
New status?
Below that of human citizens. You'll have to have human sponsors who take responsibility for your actions and monitor your movements.
You're considering this?
If I order a raid, Misty could easily be killed, along with a lot of other people.
And if you sign over our rights without a shot, what's the point of living?
We could stall them quite a while by playing along. The legislative process is slow.
The longer they have her, the more chance someone in their organization can't resist killing her, and the more demands they'll add. This is a moment that calls for strong, decisive leadership, a firm hand. I've been in your shoes. I know.
Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Hardcase. I'll consider them.
Apparently, I still have Captain Hardcase's knack for persuasion. President Kruk ordered the raid the next day, and I felt horrible when I heard 6 agents died and another 4 were hurt, all for nothing as the terrorists moved Misty to another location. I felt as if I'd ordered the FBI agents to their deaths myself, a reminder of the times I'd sent crew under my command to their deaths. I was relieved when Senator Ives secured Misty's release a few days later. She promised to pursue Union for Humanity's interests, but she was only one senator and she was going to do that anyway. I was so relieved, but also ashamed to be so helplessly sidelined for the whole thing. I felt I should have been out there taking the risks others took. But this body, it just doesn't allow for that. Misty, Earhart, Blackburn, they're returned pretty much to normal human health, but not me.
Do you feel left behind, seeing your crew recover faster than you?
I feel wasted. I can't be the man Captain Hardcase was. I can't be the man Ray Lotus was, no matter how much Rosita tries to see him in me.
I think you should spend more time with Rosita Lotus.
Why?
She's someone who cares about you.
Only because of Ray.
Mac, I think you're haunted.
Huh?
You're haunted by the spectre of Ray Lotus.
So you're saying I should have saved myself the trouble of apologizing and patching things up with you and just hired an exorcist instead?
Metaphorically haunted by the guilt of living in the body of this stranger you don't know. Rosita is your opportunity to get to know Ray Lotus, to make him a friend instead of a stranger. Learn who he was, how similar or different you are, and you can banish his ghost.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'd come to you, but it's difficult with the wheelchair. And I've been so tired.
You shouldn't be living alone. I don't know why they didn't move the 4 of you into one house together. Would have been so much better for you.
I prefer to live alone.
Is that your independent streak? Or self-punishment?
Rosita, tell me about Ray Lotus.
What would you like to know?
Just What was he like?
Ray was a force of nature. He created 2 companies before he turned 20, 7 more later. He had charm like you wouldn't believe. Not just romantically, but he could charm any venture capitalist out of their money. Just with his way of speaking, with the way he'd look into someone's eyes. It didn't matter what he was saying. But when he spoke, everyone listened. He'd churn through friends, making them easily, then moving on easily. He had 2 wives before me too. Maybe he'd have moved on from me if we'd had a few more years. He was always chasing the next adventure, the next challenge.
And that's what killed him in the end?
Yes, he was driven to take risks, and it caught up with him on that dive off Catalina.
Sounds like quite a man.
Not all that different from what I've read about your backstory, Captain Hardcase.
I wish I were capable of 100th of what Captain Hardcase did, or Ray Lotus did.
You have the same capacity for greatness. It's just your circumstances don't allow you to express it.
I thought about that a lot. Was there anything on this earth I could do to change my circumstances? To allow me to become the person I needed to be? I couldn't see how. Rosita was a dilemma. She cared for me, and she was the one person who could give me the most hope, could help me change my circumstances the most. But she loved me. Well, she loved Ray, really. And I loved Misty. How could it be fair to her to bring her deeper into my life for my own benefit, knowing I couldn't give her what she really wanted?
It's my choice, Mac.
But how is it any good for you? I've told you my feelings.
Let me worry about that. Move in with me.
Move in with you?
Why not?
I'd be a burden.
That's my problem.
I'll think about it. I didn't intend to think about it, really. I only intended to make her stop asking without making her feel rejected out of hand. The whole thing with Rosita was just awkward. But my ghostwriter, Mel Shui Shui, was excited when she somehow manipulated me into bringing it up. I don't know how she does that. She just has a way of getting you talking.
I love this thing you're developing with Rosita.
It's my life, Mel. It's not something I'm developing for your book.
What is your life if not the development of material for your autobiography? And a love triangle. That's just classic.
Love triangle?
Rosita loves you. You love Misty. Misty,
Loves no one? So it's not a triangle. And Rosita doesn't love me. She loves Ray Lotus and imagines she loves me.
Whatever. Every story needs some romantic friction like this.
Even when it's doomed?
Especially when it's doomed.
I don't want you dragging Rosita into some drama you're inventing.
You just let me write it first. If you want to make cuts, then you, me, and the publisher can discuss that when I'm done.
I get the final say on what's included.
Of course. You will. Trust me.
I was beginning to realize, a bit too late, that I probably shouldn't trust Mel Shui Shui any further than I can throw her. And in my decrepit state, I couldn't even lift her. And I shouldn't have trusted my agent LeVar, or what he told me about that contract we signed with the publisher. I'm new to this planet. How was I supposed to know that everybody would just be looking to take advantage of me? Everybody except Rosita. But then again, she was just using me to create the illusion of bringing her dead husband back to life.
Are you all right, Mac? You don't look well.
Just haven't been sleeping well.
You should see your doctor, just to be on the safe side. Can't have you dying before I write your story, can we?
Okay, I will. Tomorrow. Regular doctors probably wouldn't know what to make of something like me, so I went back to Monolith Eigen to have Minnie check me out. At least, being a freak, I could cut through the bureaucratic process most Americans suffered and come in without an appointment and get personalized attention right away. Doctor, I swear I'm actually getting weaker instead of stronger over time.
Let's run a few quick tests.
And the few quick tests became more slower tests, which became MRIs, which became several biopsies.
Mac, you've got the body of a man a lot older than you are. A lot older than Ray Lotus was.
Death wasn't kind to me.
No, it was not.
So you're just going to insult me, or are you going to tell me specifically what's wrong?
A lot of things are wrong. Your kidney function is marginal. If you're not careful, you could end up on dialysis. Your liver is shutting down. Your heartbeat is weaker than last time we checked.
Can you fix it?
I can put you on the transplant list, but you're not going to get priority over people who are,
Not undead?
I don't know why your organs are shutting down, so it might just happen again with transplants anyway. It's ironic. People say we should have donated your organs when you were brain dead, and now we're talking about giving you donor organs.
I'm not laughing.
I'm sorry.
How long do you think I have, assuming no transplants?
I can only give you a ballpark guess. You could pull through whatever this is and live for decades, or you could be dead tomorrow.
But what's your ballpark guess?
If the deterioration continues at pace, a month or two.
Okay.
Are you really okay?
Of course not. Minnie, will you promise me just one thing?
What is it?
Don't tell anyone. I don't want my crew finding out.
But they are going to notice the changes. You're weakening.
No, they aren't.
Don't you want to spend time with the people closest?
I'm not going to intrude on their lives or become an invalid for them to dote on. I want them to remember me as I was. And I want to remember them without frowns on their faces. Promise me, Minnie.
As your doctor, I am not allowed to release your medical information without your consent.
Good. What do you do when life throws you that final curveball and you know you've had it? Captain Hardcase would have clung to hope, asked Minnie to keep running batteries of tests, asked Dr. Earhart to keep throwing chemicals together until one combination proved to be the magical elixir. But that's just fiction. When you're the protagonist of a story, things always break your way in the end, and the unceasing confidence in the face of overwhelming odds is justified by past experience. But this is my real life. I've been here long enough to know that things don't always work out in the end. Hope doesn't work miracles. Fictional people are puppets of an author, but real people are puppets of chance, blown about in the wind. There was one person, just one person, who I felt I needed to tell the news, and she came to see me before I could get around to asking her over.
Your friend Dr. Earhart has been dreaming about his predecessor's family.
He's not my friend.
Have you had any glimpses of Ray Lotus in your dreams?
My dreams are of my ship, my crew, my brother. I don't remember any that were on Earth.
Maybe in time.
Look, the damage to each of our brains was different. Your husband just isn't in here.
But there's a chance.
I'll let you know the moment I remember anything. But Rosita, I'm afraid there probably isn't much time.
You're sick, aren't you? You don't look well.
I'm probably dying of nobody knows what. My body is just shutting down. I might have a month or two.
Fate really is cruel. I'm going to lose you twice.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's for the best that there's nothing of Ray in me, so he doesn't have to die again.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it. So what are you going to do?
What can I do?
You can move in with me. Move in with me. Let me take care of you.
You still want me to, even knowing I'm dying? Why?
I didn't have a chance to do that for Ray when he died out there in the ocean. I guess for me this might be a chance to heal and find closure by helping his body pass as gently as I can. And just being there to see it. To see the process. With Ray, it was just... He was there with me at the peak of his life one moment, and then a husk on life support the next time I saw him.
Well, even if his body hasn't been much use to me, I owe Ray that much. You'll notice I said I owed it to Ray, not Rosita. That's how I feel about it. Ray Lotus would have wanted me to grant his widow the closure she's seeking. I'm not sure if I owe Rosita anything, because I think everything she's ever done for me has been because of Ray, not because of me. It's a little odd to say I don't owe anything to the woman who's taking me into her home and dedicating her time and energy to taking care of me at the end of my life. But that's how I feel. There was actually one more person I told about my prognosis, but I don't think of him as a person so much as a tool for self-reflection.
Confronting our own mortality is the hardest task each of us has in our lives.
I confronted my mortality more times than I can count in that other life. As a captain in the Galactic Confederation, I was ready to die every day, and it only made me stronger. For life to be so worth living, you have to be willing to die for something. But that was different. It always meant something.
How do you feel about the uncertainty? Not knowing how long you've got left?
Pretty crappy. This is so senseless and random. I've been wondering if I should take control of it in whatever little way I can. At least choose my own time and place and method.
You've been thinking about suicide?
I believe suicide, like any other major life decision, should be entered into carefully, with a clear mind and careful planning.
You've been making plans?
Extreme sports are the way I'd like to go. Maybe free climbing a sheer cliff face. But my body doesn't allow that. There's painless gases, but I have to ask myself if a gentle, painless exit is right for a life like mine.
Stay right there, Mac. I have to make a quick call, then I'll be back with you in a few minutes.
I trusted Dr. Peterson. Or, no, it wasn't trust. It's more like I just forgot there'd be consequences for everything I said aloud in that room. I shouldn't have done that. They're always trying to get you to open up, telling you just to speak your mind freely. But you have to remember to never actually turn off your filter when it comes to certain subjects. I never got home from that session. There was a man waiting to take me to Land Park Psychiatric Hospital. Mandatory 72-hour hold. It's how they make sure you don't kill yourself. It's hell. Absolute hell. A sea of desperately unhappy people. No privacy. Nothing that could make a sane person want to live. Even sleep is impossible because you've got a roommate who doesn't know how to shut up.
I'm persecuted because I know things. Things they don't want to get out. Do you know what they did to my brother? Huh? Do you?
No.
They put him away for life on trumped up charges. Just snatched his whole life away and he rots in federal prison. But they won't get me. They won't get me that easily.
Looks like they've got you.
Oh, they thought they had me, but they can't hold me. My release is tomorrow morning.
Congrats.
You don't care, do you? Nobody cares. I could put absolute proof. Dump absolute proof at your feet and you wouldn't even read it. People like you, like everyone else, are why this world is the way it is. Self-absorbed, striding about in fine suits, never thinking to look in the eyes around you. Afraid of what you might see. Snake in the grass, predator in the tree. No time for humanity among the elite. No pity for those you trample on. Ants you squish. You call yourselves educated, but you can't even read the simple truth in front of your nose. Not even if it were on the inside of your eyeballs. You'd close your eyes and scream to make it go away because
For the love of God, shut up!
Understand.
Shut up and let me try to sleep, you maniac!
Mac, if you yell like that again, I am going to sedate you.
This is a world gone mad. The less said about those 3 days, the better. I pretended all thoughts of suicide were banished from my mind so I could be released. Rosita picked me up and moved me into her house. I was recording a final message for my crew, just in case there wouldn't be another opportunity, when there was a knock at the front door. Rosita had gone for groceries, so I went to open it. Coming! Coming!
Hey there, roomie.
You? How did you find me?
You talk in your sleep. You talk about the Chimera, about being the famous Mac Hardcase.
I didn't realize you let me get any sleep.
Once I knew who you were, I knew I had to follow you home when you were released.
What for? Oh, well, thank you for waiting until Rosita was out. Are you gonna shoot me?
That depends on President Kruk.
Does it?
I want him to pardon my brother.
You're not Union for Humanity?
How?
You're not against my existence? Against AI?
Couldn't care less about you or AI, but everyone knows President Kruk likes you people.
I guess everyone has their own story they're the hero of.
Well, don't get any heroic notions or I won't hesitate to kill you.
You'd be doing me a favor.
Huh?
Whatever your brother did, I think he should stay in prison. And I think you should join him.
Ow! Stop that! Get up! Stop it or I will... Stop! Shit! Shit!
Really didn't think this through.
Don't die!
Sorry.
Fuck! I give up. I give up. I give up.
Ambulance is on their way.
Tell them not to hurry. This one's dead.
Beyond Awakening Episode 15, The Final Sacrifice, was written and produced by Paul Niram. It starred John Gauntz as Mac Hardcase. Also featured were Rue Ryder as Rosita Lotus, Cecil Sykes as the gunman, Kaylee Lynn and Sam Lumo as the SAC PD officers, Mil Crushmore as Dr. Minnie Moreau, Alex Foote as Dr. Peterson, Richard N. as President Kruk, Victoria Vahidi as Mel Shway, Kate J. White as CEO Martha Vang, Nick Fury as the Orderly, and Steph Kanapa as Misty McCall. This is Paul Niram. Music licensed from Joel Studler and Creative Commons Zero on public domain sources. Special thanks to our backers who made this possible. Steph, Kyle Walkinghat, Gladys Mangente, EVD, Dave, Capable T001, Jamie Henderson, Sydney Umanya, Joanne Phillips, and George Williams. To learn more about Beyond Awakening or support the show, go to quietplease.org/awakening. Thanks for listening.